Today I will be replacing spark plugs and coil packs on this 2015 Dodge Dart. Now, to begin, inside the vehicle you'll need to locate the hood open latch. When lifting on the hood, you'll find the release with the pointer finger just to the driver's side of the middle there. You'll push it towards the passenger side and lift. And first thing we're going to need to do is disconnect the battery. You'll start with the negative terminal, then the positive terminal, and then we'll need to remove these four nuts. Some of these multi-airs don't have these type of hold downs, they're just pop-on style. This one does have the nuts, so I'll have to remove those. 10mm socket to start loosening that up and take that off. First we'll set the wrench to loosen. And you're going to want to tuck this down kind of out of the way, kind of fit underneath this plastic box. You may want to tuck it down there to keep it from touching. Just try to tuck it away so that way it doesn't touch an arc or anything like that. So we're going to remove the positive side now. I'm just going to use a piece of foam that came with the coil packs just to keep the battery isolated. And again, on this one we have the four nuts that we'll need to remove to pop this cover off, which are again 10mm. Stuff like that. There are four coil packs here, two of them under this suspension thing. I'm not sure what it is actually, but we'll need to get this out of the way. Easiest way to do that is to loosen this bolt up here, and it connects to the throttle body on this other side here, so we might need to loosen that as well. So let's start wrenching. You may find that you need to remove the air intake, this big plastic thing, because two of our coil packs are underneath this. So this is an 8 mil here, which is not all that tight. Screw here so that way I can move this whole thing out of the way. I've got the bolt there and that pulled off. Also disconnecting this sensor here. I believe it's mass airflow sensor, or it's air intake sensor of some kind. So you just push that down, pull it off. But I'm going to need to get a screwdriver because this is kind of rounded off. So I'll be going and getting that. Alright, now that I've returned with a flathead screwdriver, I can get this off. It's loose. It should be loose enough that I can get around it and still do everything. So next step is take the 10 mils off of the coil packs and start pulling those. Got a lot of torque on these. Now that you got the bolts removed all the way down, next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to, sometimes you can do it with your fingers, other times you need something to pick with it, but you just want to slide this little you want to slide this little red thing back. That's as far back as it goes. It just moves a little bit right there. See the difference between this one right here and that one, and just push on like one of the little shoulder pieces on either side of this plastic thing. So you push that back. You'll need to squeeze right here. Don't pull on the cable. Squeeze right here and then pull back, and it comes off very easily. Just move that to the side. We'll do them one at a time. I'm not going to pull everything because I don't want anything falling in there. And so let's show you the new parts. I found these Grantellis. I don't speak Italian, so that's my take on trying to say that word on Modern Performance. Just on their website, you select your make, model, that's what engines you have, and it'll give you the right aftermarket performance coils. So that's what I went with. You can go with the standard coils, but from what I read, the standard coils aren't great. So that's why I'm doing a coil and spark plug replacement in this video. So make sure that they look, the same, and the same number of pins and stuff on the inside. But some NGK plugs. That's the part number and everything. Oh, yeah, that's part number and everything. So pop this box open. And I've already measured these. They're not correct. They don't ship pre-gapped. So, but to show you what that looks like, I know it's about 0.04, because it kind of slips in just before that on here. But with these, they have the iridium tips. It's very brittle, so you can break that off pretty easy. I'm not sure if you can see that. I couldn't gap it because I couldn't find my needle nose pliers. But you would literally grab this and bend it back a little bit. After doing some research online, it seems like some people are running it at the 4.1, which is what these kind of come with. I've already measured them, so I'm just going to run it like it is. Don't do as I do as I say. You know, make sure to gap these correctly. But other people haven't had issues, and I don't want to mar this up too much. But so let's go ahead and pop that coil pack off. Take the old plug out, put the new plug in, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just pull up on that. Nothing looks wrong or bad here. A tiny bit of corrosion on the end of the wire in there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but not a lot. Just side-by-side comparison. That's a little bit bigger, but wires look the same. Length is the same. So I'm not seeing anything that's a red flag here for using these. So a little black. So it looks like I already had iridium NGK plugs in here. So somebody must have already done just a spark plug swap on this. So somebody's been in here and replaced them. But I'm pretty sure I saw the factory coils. And this is kind of dark and black, so I'm going to go ahead and just replace them because I already have them. And this cross washer I think is single use, so maybe not the best idea to reuse them, so I'm just gonna replace them. But it doesn't look bad, but I I would hate to just do the coils and not the plugs because I'm kind of already in here. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna start this by hand because you don't want to go too tight. Always go reverse until you can feel that thread set in, because you don't want to cross thread these. Um, it'd just be a bad time. So let's try and do this carefully. I think I've felt it set already, but I'm going to go ahead and do one more rotation. Yep. Okay. So found it, and shouldn't feel any sort of resistance. They shouldn't be really tight in there. So there's a little bit of carbon on some of the threads, because as we pulled the old one out, it would have left some on there. So there's a little bit, but you should really be able to finger it all the way down and snug. I'm pretty sure I'm bottomed out there. Um, yeah, so I'm bottomed out there. It felt good. I got the threads on before it really. I got enough threads. I'm confident that it is not cross-threaded or anything like that. So let's get the torque wrench. Set that to 20 foot-pounds and show you how to do that. So you loosen this bottom thing up. You always want to store your torque wrench without any load on it. The lowest this goes is 10, so I set it to 10. Don't set it past that and store it for a long time because it'll screw up the torque wrench. It's a hyper tough torque wrench. It's not high quality, but I've used it. I've not had any issues. Not saying that you won't, but okay. So see, there's these numbers here, and they kind of dip down toward that center line. That's where you're lining the marks up with what's on the spinny thing here. So you'll turn that up to 20 right there. So tell you on there. Hopefully it's real shiny, so it's hard to see. But yeah. Alright, so spin that in, lock that in, make sure it's going the right way. Now that I got the adapter on there, line it up, pop it in. Okay, hear that? That means we are at 24 pounds and you can stop. Once you hear that click, you're good. And pull up. There you go. That's one down. 3 more to go. That'll be the same. The new coil pack came with a new bolt, so I'll use that because this is a little bit thicker than the stock one. I'm not sure if that's for grounding purposes or what, but it's good to use all the new stuff when you get new stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, there's already that dielectric grease in there, so that's supposed to keep it from corrosion. I didn't see any dielectric grease in the old one, just that little bit of corrosion. So let's go ahead and pop these on. Um, maybe that was giving me my issue, but won't really know until we try it. I always like to spit them in by hand until they're flush, because you don't want to. Oh yeah, that's something down. So, it's a little tight, not very much torque on that. It doesn't really have a torque spec. Just don't go crazy. When the base of the coil pack comes into contact, that's good. So just a little bit past that, and you're good there. Now just pop that back on. You'll hear a little snap as you push it forward, and then a little lock. You can just push that little red thing that we picked back forward. Snap when you're pushing it in, and then you push this little red lock thing forward, and you'll see like a little bit of red poke through right there. So that's when you know it's fully in and there's no like gaps around it or anything like that. And then just do that on repeat for the rest. Okay. Socket got stuck in there. If it does, just wiggle it a bit and then try to pull it again. Really don't want to get these things stuck in there. Alright. The coil going in. Okay, get the bolt. Strengthen the bolt by hand. And just a bit past hand tight. So, just like that. And, yep. On there. I have a feeling there's a lot of carbon on this one. Actually, that looks like a little bit of oil. Huh. feel it around a bit before you try to pull it out. Don't want to leave that socket down there. I like these ones because you can feel when they click on to the plug. Just makes it feel right, you know. A positive connection, not just a spring. I think there's a spring type connection too, but it's just that more mechanical connection that just always feels better. Alright, let's get this in now. Alright, tiny bit past the hand tight there, and plug it back in. That one came off real easy. Okay. This one still had a bit of grease in it. Make sure we're loosening. Maybe a tiny bit of oil on that one too. Not sure, but placing it anyway. Break those bottom out there. A little inspection to make sure you have everything done correctly. Bolt wires look good. All that looks good. See, all that looks good. All fresh and new. Time to start putting everything back. Put the air intake back on the throttle body and back on the airbox. So we'll do that. Get this lined up. See if it helps line up everything else. Okay. Push that back down on the throttle body. Should be all the way down, just like that. Pretty much touching this surface here. So that's snug down there. That's snug down there. Now we need to snug the actual screws up. Tighten this up. 8mm. Give it a tug. It's not going anywhere. You're good. That screw that I loosened up earlier, I'm going to tighten that up. Give that a shake. That's not coming off. Now we'll plug this back in. Right up here. On the sides. Here's a click. Means you're on there. Give it a shake. We're good. All that back together. Let's put the battery on. Reverse the way that we took it off. So positive, then the negative. Then we'll start it before putting the cover and everything completely back together, so that way we know it's still working. 10mm socket, right. Down there, and tighten that up. So nice and tight. You may be tempted to put tools and stuff here, but before you start in a car, make sure that you pick up the little things right here. It's just a good thing to do. Decrease the chance to damage your paint or something fall in and make a mess in there. Grab your nuts and your bolt from earlier. This one is going to go towards the back, right in here. Just start that with your fingers. Don't got to go crazy tight on that. I'll line it up with the 4 screws. Should just fall in place. Like that. And just take these nuts and go all the way around. Maybe snug them up a little bit with this. Just make sure they don't rattle off. If you found this video entertaining or informational or help you in any way to do your own plugs or just get involved in working on your own cars, please hit like, subscribe, because I'm gonna be doing more of these things. Just working on my car. I got a new project right now. It's a 2003 red Honda Civic. Needs a lot of work to it, but runs, drives. It just needs some love. So I'll be giving it that, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.